All right, so my brother sent me this file and he wants me to adjust it. I don't know what it is, but he did tell me what he's looking for. So he wants this cylinder to go from, I believe it is 5 millimeters in diameter. He wants it to be 8 millimeters in diameter. And currently it's 10 millimeters long and it needs to be 15 millimeters long. So I'm going to show you what I would do to kind of clean this up and see what we're how to fix this. So that is just a fairly simple cylinder. So I'm going to bring in a cylinder on top. And again, it needs to be 8 millimeters in height. So we're going to drop this to 8 millimeters. And then he wants it to be, I'm sorry, it's 8 millimeters in diameter is what he wants. He wants it to be 15 millimeters in height. So 15 millimeters in height. And then we'll go 8 by, oh, that's a 9. 8 by 8. And let's see, it is tapered. So what I think I'd like to do for this is increase the sides. We're going to increase the bevel a bit. And we're going to increase, actually we're going to leave the segments so we get that nice kind of shape at the top. All right, and then because he doesn't want it beveled at the bottom, we're going to drop that down. We're going to go 8 by 8. And then I'm going to take these two pieces and I'm going to center and center them. Now I can group that together and I have one cylinder that's going to hopefully fit very nicely right on top of that. So the next thing that I want to do is Control X to cut that away. And then I'm going to put my build tray on top of that. And then I'm going to Control V to paste. And it pasted pretty well there. That's pretty much the center. All right, I can bring my build tray back down to the bottom. And I can center it again. And that solves the problem. All right, now another way I can solve this problem is I can take this, I can take a hole, and then I can group that together. Now I've removed that. Then I can duplicate that again. Oops. And I can do the same process, but instead of erasing the cylinder, I can erase the rest of my piece here. Oop. And again, I'm just playing with the build tray. Oops. You know what? It'd probably just be easier to make this piece longer. That nice and lined up. Pull that over. There we go. Now I have just that. And if I, oops. If I hold everything together, I can resize it however I want. The only issue with doing that in Tinkercad is it gets a little tough to figure things out. Actually, if we, looks like it was tilted at a 45-degree angle, so let's measure it now. So now it's 13.18 by 8. So we'll do the same thing. 8 by 8. Oop. That 9 really wants to pop up. 8 by 8. And then height of 15. Then I can tilt that back to its 45-degree angle. So depending on what we're prioritizing here, we have one that's fairly exact and one that's a little bit more homebrewed, but both could and should do the trick. It's entirely up to you as far as which strategy you'd employ to make this work.